Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. We're here today with the beautiful Greenskins. They are going to be taking on their rivals, the Dwarves. This is actually another replay from Shadow Online Gaming's recent tournament. This is my son, HW, taking on... trying to remember his opponent here. I don't remember 100%. Let me just quickly check here. Oh yeah, Roz. Roz's Dwarfs. That's right. Okay. So, we'll get straight to it. And in terms of the build, we've got Lord here, miners with blasting charges up front, Dwarf Warriors, and a whole line of Bugman's Rangers. Very good stuff. Love Bugman's Rangers. They're just an excellent unit overall. We've also got a Dawi Cannon here, Dwarf Warriors protecting the back lines, some Slayers as well for my son HW's. We've got Durkit Squigs up front with some nasty Skulkers. Looks like the Hammer of Gork taking those cannon shots. More nasty Skulkers. Lots of Goblins and Skulkers. Just a huge amount of numbers. We've got Death's Creepers for that regen stock. WAAAAGH the Slaughter up in the air, of course. And in the back, we've got 3 Orc Boar Chariots. Looks like they're going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, they'll also probably want to be a pretty high priority target. We'll see. Dwarves, of course, target priority is a very, very important concept for them to master. And you need to make sure that you are targeting the right thing at the right moment. Looks like they're going after the Durkit Squigs. Definitely a good choice. Managed to take out a few models there. This build in particular from my son is just nasty. Lots and lots of AP. I really like WAAAAGH as well. WAAAAGH's actually one of my favorite legendary lords in general, just in terms of his theme, his model, his voice acting and everything. He's, well, for a long time been one of the staple Greenskin lords as well. You can see a near-miss cannon shot there as he sits and contemplates, no doubt the crown whispering strange things in his ears. But, yeah, at this point, my son just advancing very patiently. Although I will say, once these Orc Boar Chariots come into range, they need to be a high priority target for the cannon. The cannon, if it does shoot the chariots, like 1 or 2 shots can just about one-shot the unit model. If we have a look at right now, they're hanging around right at the extreme end of the range, so it may not actually be possible to hit them at the moment. But as soon as they come, you know, kind of across this little arc right here, they'll pretty much be able to be shot, and you want to try and target them right off the bat. WAAAAGH, obviously a high priority target as well. If you can take out the Greenskins leadership, they'll just suffer in general. But we've also got some Wolf Riders over here. They're looking to sweep up and around this back line and just do some disruption at the very least. And disruption is really the key here. We'll kind of talk about as Herbert Walker sort of advances slowly. Looks like one of those guns might have just got taken out, or nope, the crew just took a shot there. But yeah, you need to just be very, very patient in advancing in a situation like this, and you know, full envelopment and all of that. Try and get as many rear and side charges as you can. And then disruption of the range units is really the biggest key, because these goblins are relatively squishy right now. The ones getting shot at are in the woods. They also have shields, the 8-peak loonies do, so they'll do okay getting shot at, and it's not going to be the worst. But now the timing push comes. You can see the chariots have got in here without taking any shots at all, actually. Almost snuck in here just about. And now with the WAAAAAGH being popped, all the chariots going to charge in. The boys, the goblins, all just rampaging through, and a massive amount of damage on those miners. The chariots are then just going to push straight through those Dwarf Warriors and start to run through the Bugman's Rangers as well. Bugman's Rangers do have charge defense, but unfortunately they just don't have the mass to really stop up the Boar Chariots here. And with their extra charge bonus, they just do a ton of damage there. WAAAAGH going to come down to the ground and try and take down this Runesmith here. And just all across the board, you can see the Dwarves suffering in the front line. They're getting poisoned, dragged down by buffed up, you know, armor-piercing goblins. And it's just rough all around for the Dwarves at this point. They were able to get some good initial damage in. You can see the 8-peak loonies kind of running out of steam a little bit, having taken some blasting charges to the face. And the goblins are obviously going to have some leadership issues not too long. If the Dwarves can manage to hold out this initial assault, they might be able to pull things back. But yeah, we'll see. Definitely still pretty close at this point. Dwarf Warriors and Skulkers clashing in the back, and again, the disruption is key here. The Wolf Riders will lose to the Bugman's Rangers, there's no question, but if they can at least keep them from firing from some time as the front line kind of collapses, and these units can push through it into the second line, that's going to be the biggest key here, because ranged fire will just light up these nasty skulkers and these goblins and everything. So yeah, so far so good. Boar chariots have cleaned up quite a few different units, and you can see the kind of the steamroll effect is in full force here. We'll watch as these Supig boys just charge straight through. Slayers are going to try and respond here, but Slayers with their lighter mass aren't going to be able to necessarily hold them down super well. You can see the chariots starting to push through there. And yeah, those Bugman's Rangers not too happy about the situation. And here come the Skulkers also following up as well. If the Rangers try and get away, they can potentially pop a smoke bomb to hold them in place. Looks like they elected not to do so. But nonetheless, the chariots rolling over pretty much everything at this point. You can see the balance power has shifted pretty decisively. The Dwarves are just kind of getting overwhelmed at this point. The cannon crew's been shattered. A lot of the Bugman's Rangers have been routed and damaged, and they were the main source of damage against the Greenskins here. You can see the Boar Chariots did take a lot of damage at the end of the day, but not quite enough. Had some initial early cannon shots gone down, you know, like this unit, for example, would probably not be here. This unit might not be here as well. So yeah, just a little bit of a targeting priority mistake, in my opinion, by the Dwarves, not staying focused on those chariots. And ultimately the Boar Chariots, man, you don't really see them used too often, but they were used to very good effect here. Another WAAAAGH being popped, and they're up to 94 charge bonus. Just a massive amount of damage spike when they charge in. And yeah, you can see the terror is becoming an issue for the rune smith over here. The Lord not really able to do too much, getting knocked around a lot by the big wyvern and everything. So yeah, that'll be it. And very well played to my son Herbert Walker. I'm currently recording this on Saturday. He was supposed to be hosting a tournament today, but it looks like he may have had some kind of a family emergency, so just wishing him the best. I'm going to have a link to his Twitch down in the description below, so you guys be sure to give him a follow and check out his channel if you want. A great guy in general, casts a lot of tournaments, and does a lot of very informative quick battles and so on, so yeah, definitely check out his Twitch channel. Might have a comment if I've heard more about the situation, if I have an update, but in any case, just be sure to give him a follow. Next time he streams, give him a kind comment from me. Wish him the best, and very well played to him here. Very fun battle to watch. Always a big fan of WAAAAGH. Always a fun time to see him win, especially with just mass goblins, plus the Boar Chariots. Definitely MVPs, all three of them getting XP chevrons and 40 plus kills. 96 kills on Skulkers, 102 on these Skulkers, 84 here. Just excellent value. Roz just got a little bit overworked, a little bit, yeah, broken up, discombobulated, pick your term. But yeah, Slayers did quite well. Warriors Dragonfire Pass also did quite well. The Bugman's Rangers unfortunately did not quite pay out. Cannon was able to do some good damage, but again, just a little bit of a lapse in targeting priority and not going after the Boar Chariots at the appropriate moment ultimately costed him, I think. But still, very well played. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's always a fun matchup, Greenskins versus Dwarves, very thematic, and there's a lot of different ways this matchup can go. Certainly, I do think that this Dwarf build has a lot of the right answers. I might personally cut one or two of the Bugman's Rangers for a Thunder instead, just to have the armor piercing in case of like Black Orcs or the Arachnarok Queen, things like that. This build, I think, would be a little bit vulnerable to Black Orcs, potentially. But my son definitely going in the opposite direction and bringing all of the other armor-piercing units that the Greenskins have access to, and ultimately working out quite well. So yeah, fun stuff. In terms of Shadows Tournament, I'm going to be continuing to cast a few more replays here and there from the tournament. There are quite a few to cast, and so yeah, I'll be continuing to work through them. Of course, I'll have a link to his channel as well in the description down below. He's been doing casts and streams of the tournament games, so be sure to check him out also. thank you very much for watching this video, and hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.